Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Stellaris. I hope you all had a good weekend while we, 4th of July weekend here in the States, meaning that for the last couple days, I have not been able to go to sleep prior to 1 in the morning because of my neighbors setting off fireworks in their backyard. Um, but, that aside, I am well rested, and I am here to give you all another wonderful heaping dose of Stellaris, and I think we're just going to get right into things because I don't really think there isn't much going on right now. This has been my main complaint about the last few episodes. It's just that we found nothing.
Anomaly found.
Like the last few decades, centuries, what have you, were not much going on. However, we are getting very close to finding the Bowel colonies, or finding something to do with the
System
Bowel,
survey
and
complete.
one of my scientists just became a embezzler. Great. So that's a thing. Alright. Are we done expanding? Honestly, I kind of want to go out in this direction, because if you look at the shape of the galaxy, there's probably not a whole lot in this direction, if anything. So you know what, we're just gonna, start by surveying that system and just kind of see where it goes from there. And, yeah. I guess I'll get back to you guys when something happens. And
Special project complete.
Don't interrupt me. Anyways, we appear to have encountered another Ba'ul colony, or more specifically, the Silenced. Our researchers were excited to discover the location of the third Ba'ul colony. Sorry, when I read out loud, which is something that I'm going to end up having to do a lot of in this series, I tend to second guess what I'm saying. I tend to paraphrase a lot. I almost never read out loud something verbatim. So, again, why I decided to pick this game to make a series of, no idea. But look, I like this game, okay? I just wanna play it for you guys. Anyways, we found a third colony. While the planet does not seem particularly lush or remarkably resource-laden, our scientists are eager to begin targeted excavations to research any remnants of Upalul or the Groner. So we are just going to jump right onto that. We're going to excavate the site, and we're just going to get started. Okay. And then, yeah. Not much time had passed, honestly, from the last cut, but still. Anyways, I'll continue to kind of manage things, and when we get, look, you know the drill by now. It's just gonna be a lot of Empire management until something interesting happens. Alright, cutting back in, and our planet on Inaxis study, our colony on Inaxis study appears to have made some progress. So, we're going to get ourselves kind of set up. We want this to be a research enclave.
Complete.
Just as kind of a way of getting things more set up. It will throw down a medical center just to get the population going a bit more, and we'll build an energy, because I think that's like the main raw resource that a lot of researchers take up. They take up more energy as well as consumer goods, but we're already running a deficit on consumer goods. In fact, let's look at Reaper's Folly. Do they have... Oh, apparently we have spotted a comment. Crusader Kings reference. Anyways. Whoa, 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 hang on. Hang on. This is big. We've made contact with something in space. Get our one envoy on it. Hang on. Oh. Oh. We have made contact with what can... Well, it's something. From a metagames perspective, I believe this is one of the... I believe this is one of the organic, like, bioship science vessels. I can't remember which one it is specifically. But interesting. We have made contact with, or we have at least spotted actual aliens. This is big. We found E.T., and they are squiggly. Okay, well, here goes my concerns about not having enough going on. I guess there must be a civilization in this little pocket, this tip of the arm that we're currently in. Okay, that's fine, because if we can stop them from claiming this choke point, because this is actually a pretty good choke point. Well, I'd say it's a pretty good choke point. So we already have a choke point right here, but if we could move the line up a little bit, that would also be nice. I don't think we're going to be able to, like, take all of this before they come and claim it, but we should be at least able to grab one more system in this direction, and I guess we just go in this direction. Shit. Yeah, get on that. I've already assigned a envoy, so... Yeah, get on that. We need to figure out what's going on with these alien beings. Another thing we should probably look at is the situation for...
Anomaly found.
There's a lot going on right now, apparently. Oh my god, why is there so much going on? Alright, hang on. Establishing factions and fledgling movements alike, taken unusually keen interest in our new colony on Enax's study. From the moment we announced settlement of his modest planet, nearly every political voice in the Kawkusis and Holy Council has had something to say about it. Our analysts don't suspect that anything truly radical is taking root on Enax's study, but they advise some caution. It's clear our various political entities intend to campaign vigorously on this burgeoning world. Will we allow this? Considering we kind of want unity from jobs, but it will give us more stability? I mean, we're not really producing unity on this planet. You know what? Oh, but it'll take a bunch of unity right off the top. Do we even have that much unity? Oh no, it's only 250. I thought it was going to take 2,500. I'm like, we don't have that much. Why is it letting us do that? You know what? No, we will not allow this.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Oh, and we've unlocked the galactic thing. Oh, and terraforming. Yeah, let's get that. And of course, continued progress on the Bowel colony. Excavation at the planet has revealed a number of fossils clearly related to the Bowel, but curiously, these specimens appear to have diminished neurological organs required for subspace E-phase communication. That is to say, the ability to communicate neurologically over great distances, a faculty unique to hive minds. What definitive causes may have precipitated this evolutionary swing are unknown, though it would be remiss to assume that the Grunner invasion was unrelated. Further investigation is warranted. Okay, so we've got ourselves some drones, or some devolved ones, well, some dead devolved ones. Actually, are they devolved? Are they dead? Did we just, like, scoop up a bunch of, like, degenerated aliens and put them in a zoo? Yes, they are alive. We just scooped up a bunch of them from their native habitat and are just currently, oh. Anyways, it looks like our alien buddies are currently just kind of going around and taking things. What are you guys? You are possibly a construction ship? They may be coming to claim this system. Well, actually, no, because they haven't claimed this system yet. And the AI really likes to have contiguous borders. Yeah, looks like it's just another science ship. Actually, is it another science ship? No, that looks like a construction vessel if I had to take a wild guess. I'm guessing they're, like, coming and taking this system here, which means we will be sharing a border immediately. Oh no, that's just another science vessel. Are there multiple aliens that we've contacted here? Because those? Maybe it's just multiple science ships in the same empire. Who knows? Either way, we are on the brink of finally cracking this playthrough open in terms of actually getting, you know, something going on, because, like, for up until this point, we were pretty convinced that we were just, like, the only sapient species in the galaxy still. We were obviously not the first, but, we may have been the last. Now, there are others. Hopefully they're friendly. Oop. The Silenced. De-evolution, or devolution, I suppose. Younger bowl fossil specimens have been uncovered from the geological record, though these no longer have diminished hive connections. Instead, the structures required for subspace E-phase communication are entirely... Okay, so they were fossils. We were just, like, scooping up random people. Well, random alien creatures. I guess they weren't people at this point. Well, debatable. Yeah, so basically it's not just that they are diminished, but the psychic link is basically completely missing. Carbon dating of the specimens has confirmed of some hundreds of years following the Grunner invasion, the Ba'ul began to devolve their ability to connect to one another via hive mind. Unfortunately, seems no further relevant data can be extracted. Interesting. Oh. Hey. Grunner distress signal. Our scientists are picking up a distress signal bearing Grunner datalogical signatures. It appears to originate from a system previously unknown to us, near Turbic. What kind of ancient message could it possibly contain? Our scientists would like to investigate the point of origin. There we go. Hang on. Can you go and survey that system? Do the research projects in the system. You, my good friend, come here. Excellent. And we're gonna get this shit going, apparently.
System survey complete.
Excellent. We're gonna claim the Rhizor system. And then I think we're just gonna start pushing in this direction until we run into someone, anything, anyone, who knows. Ah, speaking of the people we run into. The Hef Menace, mysterious spacefarers. We are still gathering data on the alien spacecraft that was reported in the Edilamar system. If this vessel is an emissary of a previously unknown alien civilization, as seems likely, we must determine if they go with the grace of the spirits or if they are agents of wickedness. The first step will be to divine their language and the nature of their belief system. Keep at it. And if that sounded particularly weirdly religious, that is because the text for some of these events changes depending on your ethics. So since we are a spiritualist empire, we get lots of mysticism thrown into our sci-fi. I don't know. I can appreciate a good mystical sci-fi. Alright, what do we want here? I think we want gravitic sensors. I want to be able to spy on our new friends. And such things. Alright, I'm going to replace you with a shipyard and you with a crew quarters.
Complete.
And then the Rhizor system, I'm gonna just upgrade that. And then you, we're gonna go like here, because I want to figure out where the next choke point is to see if we want to try and push for that. Because for those who are watching this and aren't particularly familiar with the choke point system or the hyperlane system, A lot of Stellaris' strategy comes from controlling choke points. Anyways, what the hell is going on? Marin Karin, floral fascination, several plants native to Inox's study, recently established, exude copious amounts of pollen with an astounding chemical complexity. A special research,
Situation log updated.
Science ship in orbit. Oh, and that's a time-limited thing. Okay, hang on. Before you do that, if you could, like, do that, and then we, like, go here. Okay. There's a lot of aliens sort of gathering around here. I'm guessing they're coming to claim a lot of these systems. No, it's all just survey teams. Like, loads of survey teams. Interesting. Why do they have so many? And it's all this one empire, so I wonder if they've just been hard pushing in this direction for who knows how long. Oh, yeah, we're running out of consumer goods. We're getting there. In fact, yeah, let me go to Reaper's Folly real quick and see. We're actually going to replace you. No, we're going to replace the specialization with a civilian industry, and we're going to build a heavy industry as well. And we're going to also get rid of some of these blockers. No, I've noticed we have like about 4 years left in Unifying Promise. What is our current like score on that? 50. Okay, if we could maybe get that up to 60 before the end of the 40 years. Oh, hang on. Long-term exposure to pollen naturally occurring on Enox's steady atmosphere acts on the colonist's pheromone receptors with a mild aphrodisiac effect, accompanied by a barely perceptible high. The plant that produces the most potent strain is a flower common to all areas of the planet, squirreled away into some obscure taxonomic nook by scientists on Enox's study, but known in the local Kawkusis dialect as Marin Karin. Interesting. I don't think we're going to let this happen, because this is somewhat concerning. I've seen this event chain before. As I recall, it doesn't end well. I'm going to say no. We're going to get rid of that. Sorry, you don't get your
Special project complete.
Alright, pistol pondering. On closer examination, plants native to Enox's study turn out to be rather dull. Some excrete pollen have a mild stimulating effect, and they are likely to have a propensity for rapid genetic change, hardly impressive enough to warrant adopting as a strategic or luxury resource. Yeah. So, as I recall, that mention of sudden and dramatic genetic change, as I recall what happens if you let it get widely distributed on the planet, eventually something causes them to basically release nerve gas, and it just basically kills the colony. Like, the whole planet just turns into, like, a toxic world, so it's kind of... it's not good. Anyways, let's,
System survey complete.
I see that. Hang on. Alright, elusive aliens. Our attempts to learn more about the Hef menace have so far been in vain. While we are easily able to ascertain that they clearly form part of a technologically advanced alien civilization, further facts have proven elusive, as they seem to be going to considerable effort to prevent us and any other eavesdroppers from intercepting any signals from them. We have therefore only managed to intercept small fragments of their language so far. However, from the glimpses we have gleaned, our linguists are confident that they will be able to decipher their communications if we could just acquire a greater sample size. A proposal has been drawn up for somewhat more aggressive information gathering. Some may call it hacking, but they will surely not take too kindly to it should they detect it. Okay, so we can either try to hack into their network, and this could, like, piss them off if we aren't careful, or we could just kind of go, you know what? you're right. They probably should be being careful. We're being careful. In fact, I believe our stance on, if we go to policies and edicts, our first contact protocol is cautious, yeah? So you know what? They are wise to be cautious. Oh. We know what they look like now, at least. Although this does not exactly film that gecko. That gecko with a 1,000-yard stare is somewhat concerning. I'm gonna, for no reason whatsoever, especially since they're hostile, I'm gonna, like, get a whole bunch more ships built. No reason. But we have
Special project complete.
finally uncovered the bowel organism. The KISS, the Inklak, whatever that ship is called, the crew of it, have traced a Grunner distress signal to its source, uncovering a crumbling Grunner research facility hanging in orbit of an otherwise long-abandoned planet. The facility is reaching critical energy failure, having survived for millions of years on an extensive network of solar panels and decaying auto-repair systems, all of which are now approaching terminal status. Shockingly enough, scans of the facility are revealing the presence of a single life form. The crew have dispatched an away team and are ready to report. On screen. The last Baul. Deep in the dilapidated ruins of the time-worn Grunner research facility, among the long-defunct computer panels and deteriorated research equipment, our ship's crew has made an incredible find. Pincushioned by nutrient tubes and critically failing life support systems lies one single organism, the last Baul, miraculously still alive, surrounded by the sludgy remains of other specimens in a row of cracked and leaking vats. Owing to our extensive previous archaeological studies on the species, we should be able to attempt communication with this last specimen. Then let us try. A visitor? Can it be? The Baul shudders in its vat. But you are not the ones who put us here, though you come as alarm sound. You come as the alarm sound. Have you come to give us peace at last? You will answer to us. No, actually, no. Let's not be a jerk. Obviously, it does not pose a threat to us. I think that's the thing. The reason why I took xenophobe for this species in the first place is because I figured they are wary of strangers. They fear the threat they may pose. But, like, once it's kind of confirmed, okay, these guys aren't a threat to us, they aren't going to try and attack us, they aren't going to, at that point they're, like, they kind of chill, So, no, I don't think we would just be openly belligerent to this. It's in a tube, it's dying, it's clearly not going to hurt us. So, we have a few questions. The Baul is silent for several minutes. Then ask. We have waited millennia. We could endure a moment more. What happened to the Baul? I mean, we kind of already know, but... Again, the Baul is long silent before managing a reply. When the burners came, our entire colonies were silenced before the danger was known to us, like a limb on limp, nerves cut suddenly and totally at the base. And then we lost the next, and the next, and the next. One by one, their voices left the chorus. We lost our others. Their silence deafened us who remained. Can you understand, visitor? We could not bear to hear more agony. The burners were swift, like you, swifter, and before we could withdraw, they had set us all aflame, all burnt to ash, and the air filled with that gray agony, dust of our lost. Yeah, so basically confirming what we already know. The Baul were a relatively peaceful hive collective organism that had spread across the stars, relied a lot on biotechnology, and the Grunner simply showed up and before the colossal colony could even react, it just killed all of them. I think we've heard enough. Wait. The Baul trembles. Before it all ends, Our kin, please. We have been sealed here for so long, blind to all but this room, watching the stale air slowly wear the station down to its metal bones. Tell us, does our kind yet live? In a sense, but they are no longer sapient. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the leaves of the last will shrivel on themselves. Just a little more. Perhaps that is best. The machine pumping mysterious fluids in and out of a creature's body begin to sputter and hiss. It is clearly on its last mechanical gasp, and the Baul will perish without it. Silence. Yes, at last it approaches. We welcome it, as our brethren did, so long ago. Farewell. May your kin endure less agony in this world. And there we go. The last Baul. And I think, with that concluded, I'm going to call the episode here. And next time, we're hopefully going to finish getting contact with these guys. So, without further ado, I hope to see you all next time. Take care.